Hey, you want to make money doing something else besides Blight? Well, guess what? We got Delve too. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you all my tips and tricks on how to make some money over there too. And this Carrion Golem build is perfect for it. Trust me, you're going to love this. Switching over to the mine here, we're joined with Nico, one of the masters, and we have our stash, our guild stash, whatever in here. Our first priority is the Voltaxic generator though. When you first come in, you're going to have all base stats. You're not going to have this. I've already been doing this for a little bit. So we have some Azurite, we have some capacity and everything else. But I want to talk about this real quick. The most important thing that you can think of when you first get in here is going to be your light radius. Your light radius needs to be at 150%. So you have to start hitting Azurite nodes as soon as possible. And I'm going to show you that here shortly. After this light radius, you're going to want your flare light radius to get to 150 as well. So when you pop a flare, it has the biggest light radius you could possibly have. The third thing you're going to get into right here is get your darkness res to 73% as fast as possible. You can see mine is at 73%. So let's go ahead and upgrade that right now. Always, always, always make sure you're 75, 150, 150. After that, it gets kind of questionable, right? So after those three numbers are good, I'm looking at how many flares I have and how many I need and how many dynamite. Maybe at the beginning, 5 flares and 3 dynamites is just fine. But once you start getting deeper and deeper, you're going to want to get more. Hey, speaking of that, how far have you gotten in Delve this league or in any league? Tell me below in the comments. I actually want to hear how far you've gotten. All right, moving back on, we're going to talk finally in this, the sulfite capacity. This is the last and most important thing you can do after your 75, 150, 150. You want to make sure you get the sulfite capacity to 65,000 as fast as possible. The biggest reason is the deeper you go in the mine, the more sulfite each node travel becomes. So in this case, 65,000 is only going to give us about 30 node travels once we're in monster level 83 or deeper. So we want to make sure we're getting capacity over anything else, unless you need something like maybe flare duration or more, you know, dynamite or flares. You should be putting all of your Azurite into your sulfite capacity. All right, now that that's done, I want to discuss a little bit of the chart itself. And I'm just going to say this, if we zoom out, each one of these areas have like a different color. They're what's called biomes. Biomes will give you different things. I'm going to link to the wiki for Delve. It'll have a list of all the biomes and what they're used for and what will drop there. But just know, like, if you're in like this magma fissure here, you're probably going to drop well, for sure, scorched fossils and so on. You can match the biomes, but like I said, check out that link below and that'll help you get into the knowledge level of this. There's different things in here, such as a currency node. I'm not going to teach you how to get into all the like advanced stuff in Delve. This is just more of a crash course of why you should be doing it. All these nodes are different, like Azurite, currency, we got random chests, weapons, there's armors, and then there's cities. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is a city playthrough, and you can see what's kind of in here and see whether it's something you want to get into. But remember, you want to get your res is good. You're going to want to make sure you get your capacity is good. And then the next thing you want to do, make sure you get into monster level 83 as fast as possible. So the only thing you should be stopping for is really 2 things, maybe 3. Number 1 is going to be your Azurite nodes. Get what you need and then keep moving. The other thing you might want to go after is currency nodes, because I don't know, it could be an exalt. Who doesn't like exalts, right? And then lastly, I would go after any kind of cities that are within reach. So these are loaded with like maps and currencies and armor and everything else that a Blight could be, except it's in a Delve city. I think there's a few differences between Blight and Delve as far as like currency drops, obviously, but for the most part, this is where the action takes place. So just remember, try to get down there as fast as possible. We want to break depth 200 as soon as possible. That's where all the loot gets better. It's where the monsters get much harder, but our build can go very, very far in Delve. We're CI, which is Chaos Inoculation. We don't take any chaos damage, and Delve has a lot of it. So this really helps us. Last league in 3.17, I got to depth 600, and I could have kept on going, but I needed to get other things done, like my challenges. So, you know, there is that. Okay, I've turned my camera off for this so you can see this in great glory as it should be. But we are about to do a city right here. We're going to do a good run through real quick, okay? Just remember, Delve is not scary, all right? Just go and get as much sulfite as you can. If you run tier 14, 15, 16 maps and you put a lot of quant on there, for example, you will be able to fill up your sulfite really fast and get right back into the Delve. This is an awesome spot to be leveling up as well, because Delve gives so much XP, never mind all the other good things that come out of it. And our build is Carrion Golem, so all we gotta do is really just run. So we cleared this. I got enough flares, right? So I'm going in with 10 out of 11. I'm gonna show you how I run cities. Let's go down here into the Abyssal. If you have any questions, you can always leave it in the comments below. I'm gonna drop a flare here. I wanna get these monsters out as fast as possible because my Carrion Golems can absolutely destroy them. I have no problem with that. So I will run back and forth so I'm proccing monsters to spawn in a city as fast as I can. Don't worry about the lights. We have 19 seconds on our flares. We should be able to kill the majority of monsters in 19 seconds. And if not, we'll just go back again. It's not a big deal. I got all the time in the world to kill these monsters. All right, now that I've picked out one side that I like, I'm gonna grab this box real quick and let's head into the last leg of this. A city should take you no more than about 1, maybe 2 minutes at the most. Let your guys kill most of the things first before you start looting, because this is how you die. You die by being greedy and looting while you shouldn't be, like I am right now. But hey, you're not my real dad anyway, and you can't tell me what to do. So let's go back. We're gonna swing this over to the other side. Remember, this is a light, so you can stand here and turn the lights on a little bit so we can kill whatever's remaining. But we're not worried about that. Let's cut through on this side. Let's go ahead and drop our flare here. We're gonna just try to get anything that's left over here and get it to come onto this side. And we're gonna drop our flare here. We're gonna run into here, proc those monsters. And we're complicating and dragging our Carrion Golems to where we want them. That's gonna be super important. Well, also our zombies. Let's not sleep on those zombies, right? Those zombies are really good to talk to sometimes if you're really lonely and playing PoE late at night with nobody watching you. All right, but hey, that's, you know, neither here nor there, right? All right, let's go. We're gonna drop a flare down here. We're gonna kill all these monsters. Let's start looting. We got most of these monsters, so I'm feeling pretty good. Look at all these maps that we're dropping. If we were down further, these would be T16s and 15s, and we'd be cashing out. Each one of these would be so juicy to be selling, especially if you're in Trade League, or to sustain your maps, however you like to do it. Anyway, that's how we do it here. I only used 8 flares for that entire thing, and I was being very careless with them. Those are my tricks for Delve. I mean, simple as that, right? I share my Blight, share my Delve. I got more to come in the future. If you like what you saw, why not subscribe? It's free. Literally, you can unsubscribe later if you don't like it, right? Hey, but if not, maybe drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. I gotta pee real quick. All right, listen. Go get all right. Yo, all right, listen. My edible just kicked in. I just need people to hear me. This edible, I can feel. Oh my God. Yo, I need to pee so bad. I gotta pee real quick. I gotta pee real quick. Yo, NA is a server. I got room for 2. I gotta pee